out of the land of Egypt. I never knew no Israeli that went to Egyptian captivity, nor Elamites, nor Moabites, nor Ammonites. Yes, those are biblical names. So I can call the real names for them now. The people that was in captivity in Egypt, that God brought out and said, I'm your Lord, they were not East Indians, they were not Chinese, they were not Japanese, they were not Caucasians. They are the children of Israel, men of color. Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
God said, I brought you from a house of bondage. Means hardship. We are in bondage again. God is still making himself known to let you know that I am the same God that delivered you then, and I will do it again. Read.
Thou shalt not have no other gods before me.
God said Israel ought not to serve no other gods. Let me show you something. God said, Daddy, did you know that God said you want to have no other gods before him? Are there other gods that he calls in the Bible? We deal with commandments. Give me a name of one. That the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's called the Most High God, or Jehovah. So give me a name of another God that's present today. Psalm 96. Satanists. So guess what? Most of our people all they know when they hear thou shalt have no other God to say, oh, a Satanist. Guess what? Nobody never even see Satan. Satan is a race of people. So we're referring now to what are the names of the other gods. Let me show you something. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 6. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary.
So God is saying that honor and beauty are before the Most High God, and strength and majesty belongs to the Almighty only. Read.
Give unto the Lord, all ye kindred of the people, give unto the Lord glory and strength.
So God is saying, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Creator, you ought to give him glory and strength. That is the Creator and sustainer of life. But the gods, the other nations have their own gods. That's the reason why we hear of Allah, we hear of Ram Krishna, we hear of Vishnu, we hear of Jesus, which is called Caesar Borgia, a white image of Christ. That is an idol. So that is the God of another nation. Because what the Caucasians did is put their faces and say, I am God. Read.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
My brother, what does God really look like according to Bible? What is God looking like, brother? God said we ought to make no graven image. So what? Come aside there, brother. Brother, who is this saying? Is this a graven image? Is this a graven image? So you see that's a commandment, brother. If you believe this and you close your eyes and you have this image in your mind, it is called a graven image. Brother, what day is today? What day is today? Friday. Is there anything special about this? Friday finished. This is the evening of the Sabbath. This is Sabbath evening right now. Is there anything special about today? You know you want to keep the Sabbath? So you keep the Sabbath. So we're going to read the Sabbath for you, and then we go to another law.
Bring it out!
So God give you commandments. Let me show you a commandment that you want to keep, brother. Read.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 26.
Now this law is given to the nation of Israel. All Israelite males ought to keep this law. Read.
Verse 27. And ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
The Bible says we ought to run to the corners of our heads. Read.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Mar the corners of your beards, going into shaving off your beard clean like when you are an infant. When you are a baby, you have no hair on your face. Brother, you don't hear. Brother, I know I can see it.
Good.
So there's a law that God gives us. Read that again.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads,
All right, read.
neither shalt thou mark the corners of thy beard.
God said we ought not to shave off our beard because our beard is our identity. It's called a badge of manly dignity. A beard, you don't have a beard. A man wears a beard. See that there, Pops? So that's a commandment. Read on.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
So guess what? You know, got some men shave off all the hair off the head. Or you get a little bald and you say, you know, I want a bald. You know, I get a bald head. So you shave everything off. God said, thou shalt not make what?
Baldness upon thy head.
God says we ought not to bald off our heads.
Right.
Hair is made to grow. You want to let it grow. You can groom it and keep it low if you don't want it long here. If you want longer, you can flat and keep it neat. Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard.
God said we ought not to bald our heads in the Michael Jordan style, nor shave off the corners of our beard.
That's right.
Shaving our beard off when it can grow.
Right.
That is the most like God instructions.
That's right.
And if you violate it, there will be consequences. Give me Galatians 6 verse 7. This is what God is going to say when you violate His instructions. Because we believe that I can do what I feel like. The Lion Christian Church say, you're under grace, do what you want to do. There will be no consequences. This is well,
The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived.
God said, hey, don't be deceived. Don't let Caesar Borgia come and trick you. Don't let Caesar Borgia make you think to do what you want to do. He said you can do what you want to do, but God said, I didn't say that. So don't be deceived. Read.
God is not mocked.
God said, I will never be mocked. When I say something, I call out of my words. Read on.
For whatsoever a man soweth,
So all of us to believe we can do what we want, God says, whatever you sow, read.
that shall ye also reap.
That is what you're going to reap. If you are sowing sin, you're going to reap the consequence of it, which is death. The Bible says, whatsoever a man sow, that is what he's going to reap. So it is whatsoever you do, you're going to have the consequences of it. You understand that? God called you here for a reason. You got to go. See your point like this. All right, good. Do it, gotta do. Do it, gotta do. All right, my sister. Let me ask you a question. Let's come here for a minute. It's very, very short. You want to ask your son, who is this here? Who is this on this board here? Who is this? You don't know? That's very good. You know the black man? Let me read quickly. Very long. Very
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Revelation of Jesus Christ.
So the Bible is going to reveal Christ to us. 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs
His head and the hair in his face.
were white like wool.
The Bible said it was white. But what was the texture?
Like wool.
Who has woolly hair, mums? Who has woolly texture here? Like a sheep here. As a people, as a race. Who has woolly texture here? Beautiful. Read on, it's open, mums. Listen up.
As white as snow.
This is Christ there describing. Christ had white hair. It was woolly. Read.
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
Read on.
And his feet.
His feet now, his complexion. Christ is being described in the Bible. He had woolly hair, and now we're going to have his complexion. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
It looks like fine brass. Do you know what color is brass? A brownish color. Right. Keep that in your head, mums.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
Burned in a furnace.
If you burn that brownish color, what color will it be then? Guess what, mums? According to the Bible, that is Christ being described. So your son has here like Jesus the Christ, which is royalty, and his complexion, your complexion is the complexion similar to Christ. This
That's
is the
right.
Bible, mums.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word